Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Michelle. I can't even believe it is like April 22nd or 23rd. It's freaking snowing here. It's unreal. It's unreal. And today's a busy day. I'm gonna do a proper update when I get home. But so far today, we did posing practice, which we focused the entire time on my front pose because we've changed it a little bit. Then hit the gym. Then I had a doctor's appointment. I had to go back to the gym to do my cardio. I got to go back to the gym to do my cardio. And then did Botox, ran into the work for a little bit, got some groceries, went to physio, came and picked up a prescription. Now I'm heading to my belly dance class. And then someone from Facebook Marketplace is hopefully coming to pick up a bike. It's a busy day, busy day. So after all of that is said and done, I'm gonna update you on what's been going on. Life got kind of cray, and we pushed my show back. But it's not a bad thing. They are everywhere, they're all the time, and I'm really excited about it, so we'll chat soon. This is what I'm driving through, unbelievably, at the end of April. And as always, I have my entire day's meals, everything, activities, everything ready. My car's a mess. So this is one of those exercises that I watched on Charles Glass Instagram, and it's incredible. I did it for probably over the course of about 4 different glute days, and I really feel like my glutes really got a great pump. They felt like they were really working hard. However, I learned that because I have arthritis in my L4, L5, this wasn't probably the best thing for me to be doing, so I no longer do it. But if you don't have that kind of issue, this could be for you. I mean, if you go to his Instagram, it's pretty incredible. The lady that he was training, and watch how they set it up properly and stuff, it could be the right move for somebody, just not for me. Hello. So I'm back from all my errands, all the running around. I graduated actually out of physio. He gave me a sticker. Like, how cute is that? I was a good student. I just have to keep up with the exercises. The guy came and got the bike, which is awesome. I meal prepped a little bit. I'm really onto like making a chicken salad. It's amazing. If you guys are interested, I'll share that recipe maybe next time. So here's what's going on. Since last time I think we chatted, you guys know I had the hernia surgery. And so they actually put 2 4-inch by 6-inch mesh panels in behind my abdominal wall to hold everything together, which is amazing, and the healing is going really, really well. However, I think that once I mix that with prep, even though I didn't have that much weight to lose, honestly, but just that little bit of stress and little extra cardio, my body was like, right? I also had, if you've been following along, you guys know I have like a skin disorder where I have skin cancer sometimes. And so I had that done. It's healing beautifully. Shouldn't hardly scar at all, which I'm very excited about. But what that did is it caused basically like a shitstorm in my body. So I ended up with shingles. Then I subluxed my elbow, which subluxed my ulnar nerve. So I got cortisone shots, started breaking blood vessels in my fingers, and I'm just like, okay, this is an Ehlers-Danlos flare-up, if you guys don't know. I probably sound like I'm a hypochondriac. I assure you I'm not. This is typical for people who have even mild Ehlers-Danlos. That's just a connective tissue disorder. So unfortunately, most of our bodies are connective tissue. So I was supposed to, like, it's, what day is it today? April 23rd-ish. Supposed to compete May 9th. We were on target, and then all of a sudden, my body retained like, I think it was 5 pounds of water over 2 days. My coach and I were like, okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna hold. We're gonna bump your food up just so you hold where we are, right? And then look at a show in September. So I think that's a way better plan. Way better plan. Yeah, you just never know what your body's gonna do. For me, anyway, usually my body's like tick, 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 because I'm, do the same things all the time every day. But this time, I think it's only the second prep I've ever had where my body was like, nah, bitch, no, you ain't doing that this time. We're not. And sometimes our bodies do that. And when they do that, it's okay. We don't have to push through. We don't. I know we want to. I want to. Because I want to get better. I want more stage time so that I can have better stage presence. So the next time I go on stage, I feel like I presented a better package, right? That wasn't going to happen this time, no matter what. So we did that. The other thing that my family and I did, which I'm really excited about, is I own a store in a mall near my home, and I do services out of there. Going to that location, not to hang out, like not to go and hang out at the store and with the staff there, but going there and feeling like I was married to the mall. I think that was a big part of, has been a big part for me of stress on my nervous system. I worked for my first store I bought when I was 21 years old, and I worked that for about 7 years, then worked from home for 18 years. And if you guys remember when I was 18, when my daughter was 18, she's like, Mama, you don't have to work from home anymore. If you want to get back to your life and do the stuff you love to do, go do it. I don't need you here all the time anymore. So then I opened my stores, and that's been about 6 years-ish, 7 years almost. And now I'm like, you know what? I fucking love working from home. I love it. I love it because I have more control over my environment. Instead of clients walking through a busy mall, I can't control the heat. I can't control the noise. Literally behind me on the other side of the wall was a dog washing place, which you would think it would be like, kind of like soundproof. And I don't mind dogs barking, honestly, but I think my clients, when they're trying to relax, or worse yet, getting extractions done or needling, they would rather not hear of a big dog getting his bath, right? Or kids screaming out in the mall. So even though I close the outside doors and I close my door to my thing, I'm like, I just can't control it. And I just think that I deserve a better environment to work in. And also my clients deserve better, right? They just do. And so our store is in the locations to be open till the end of September, whatever. That's all gonna stay the same. And I'm gonna go to my days off and hang out in the store because I like that. I like meeting new people. But when I'm doing service, I'm gonna be here. So I'll show you, started getting my store ready. Got some product. And then later this weekend, so I have 2 days left out there, and then I will be here. Next thing, I don't know where I'm gonna, because this has been previously, well, first I worked from here for years. Then I turned it into then it was a kid's bedroom temporarily. And then posing room. And now it's gonna be my workspace again. So I don't know where I'm gonna put my posing space. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But we'll figure shit out, right? It's gonna come together. And I think sometimes we feel like, I have felt like if I make a change in my work, or I do this or I do that I'm being judged. Oh, she's weak. Oh, she's this, blah, blah, can't handle it, blah, blah. But I'm like, honestly, I think it takes a lot more strength to say, this is actually better for me and it's better for my clients, regardless of what the status quo says or what I've heard people gossiping and stuff. But I'm really excited. I am looking so forward to it. My work schedule is going to change. I'm going to be working a little bit different hours, ultimately having more consecutive days off in a row. But I like to chunk my work. If I'm going to work, let's work, right? And then I built it around my training. Right? Because when you're self-employed, you can do that shit. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so that's what's new. Other than that, it's freaking April 23rd and it's a blizzard outside. What the hell? So today was glute day. Tomorrow is a little legs. Maybe touch the shoulders up a little bit. Right now, we're really trying to grow. James and I have a pretty good plan, I think, of what we're gonna do, and I'm feeling way more confident. The posing session this morning was amazing. I might have said this already, I'm sorry, but what we did is we just worked hard on my front pose. Hard. And the right cues for me, and I want to nail it every time, right? I want to nail it every time because I know, like, our team leaders, the coaches, they know their shit. Yeah, and I'm just really excited. I'm feeling well rested. So once we stopped prep and like brought my calories back up, I was sleeping better again. And once I was sleeping better again, like my stomach was healing better. I was able to work out a little bit harder at the gym, all that stuff, and just give my body enough nutrients for the next little bit to really like feel good, right? And that's the beauty of Fit Model, actually, because we don't have to get as lean as other categories. So it should be a little easier on our bodies. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then I'll be ready when we go to start going into like a fat loss phase again. Yeah, I keep getting distracted because I keep hearing that freaking wind and the snow, like the icy, pelty snow hitting my window. And I'm gonna try and share maybe some of my meals tomorrow, a little bit more of life in general and stuff, maybe my puppers. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Good morning, happy Monday. I am just making my first coffee of the day. I'm gonna start putting my backpack together. I'm off work today, but today is my self-care day. I'm gonna do some house cleaning. So I put salt in my coffee. It tastes better. I'm gonna go to the gym right after this. It's shoulder day. I'm not very busy in there. I'll take you with me. I'm really excited about this, actually. So yesterday I found some really great training videos by Charles Glass, where he talked about hitting different angles when we're doing shoulders and some different things I'm gonna try. Then after that, I'm gonna go into work for a little bit. Just a couple little things I have to do, pick up some product to bring them back here. Getting on my massage, and then therapy and some housework. See you in the next one. I've dedicated my whole career to being an esthetician and specifically a skincare specialist. It's super important for every single person, but especially as we get older, if we're struggling with acne, anything like that, especially if we want to step on stage, right, to keep not just our facial skin, but our body skin looking its absolute best. So if you don't have yourself an esthetician, I like to call myself your best esthetician. Find a local one that's good to you, one that you can trust. Yeah, they're invaluable in this whole process. These first two clips of my shoulder training is actually my physio. So I see a physiotherapist quite regularly. We kind of update what exercises I should do to warm up my shoulders, this and that, if I'm progressing. My shoulders and my elbows tend to dislocate or sublux. Maybe not fully dislocate very often, but sublux quite often. So we need to just really keep the tendons super strong and keep an eye on exactly what my shoulders are doing. I use this as my shoulder day warm-up. I typically only have about 2.5 to 5 pound plate, so very, very light, just to get my shoulders warmed up and ready for action. I never really used to warm my shoulders up. Probably should have been doing it all along, looking back. So when I see people that actually warm their shoulders up properly, I'm like, oh my gosh, good for you. I wish I had started doing this so long ago. More often than not, I see people using the bands in the gym to get ready to do their training. I like to do it this way. It feels a little bit more controlled for me with how my joints move. So I have 2 shoulder training days each week. The first shoulder training day, which is today, I start working my shoulders front to back. So I do my front part of my shoulder, then the side, and then my rear delts. And this is one of the things I started doing from Charles Glass. It's more specifically how I'm holding my hands. From when I was watching his video, I can really feel the front part of my delt working. So that is fantastic. I try and not just swing the weight or use momentum, right? But still lift as heavy as I can in a controlled motion. I had to move my camera because I didn't want to film anybody in the background if it could be avoided at all. Just really working on bracing my core, focusing on my transverse abdominis while I'm doing all of my weight training, and obviously just a shoulder press here. Working within the safe range of motions for me. Everyone's going to do them a slight bit different. My elbows aren't out like in an even plane with my chest. I have them just a little bit in. I feel like that is a smoother traction for my joint, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna sublux on me at all. You know, it's interesting when I'm watching this video because some days, I struggle to put a 20-pound weight up, and then other days you can do a 30, right? So I always just try and listen to my body, brace myself, and do what feels right at the time, because as long as we're giving all that we have and we pretty much go to failure, then that's all we can do. If that's what our body has that day, that's what it has. I also tend to like to work unilaterally, and typically I work my weaker side first. This case, it's my right shoulder. What I'm doing is bracing my core as tight as I can, trying not to use momentum, although here I can see I'm using a little bit. And I try and really give it a good squeeze when I get to the top. And you see I'm making some crazy faces, but that's what we look like when we're at the gym, and that's all right. Oh, see, I'm lifting up off my toes, so you can tell I'm just about done. Trying to get a couple more in. In this for my rear delts, really focusing on full extension and then really contracting as I went back, as you can see. I can tell when I'm kind of just about done because I can really start feeling my traps and my shoulders start raising up a little bit. We all kind of have our own cues and what our body likes to do, and it's trying to compensate and recruit other muscle groups instead of the ones that we're trying to work. Yeah, there we go. How is this weather like 10 days removed from the snowstorm I just showed you? Anyway, I'm outside living my best life. I just poured my egg whites into my frying pan. I'm going to try to make, let's see if it'll be an easier version of an egg wrap. So I put the eggs in first, let them cook a little bit, and then I put the tortilla on top. It's actually looking pretty good. I like them when they're a little bit kind of like brown and kind of, I don't want to say crusty, but like, right? I've been into salt, lime, and cilantro on my rice with my spicy meat as well as zucchini. This one here, though, this is eggs and oatmeal with Splenda vanilla, cinnamon, delicious. Oh, there's Jaja. I think I spy a little puppy hiding. How did you get yourself all cozy comfy in there, Missy? I know it's cold outside. So I'm going to end this video with such a good gym culture uplifting story. I added some of my shoulder training, and as you can tell, and I'm sure I've said it in the voiceover, the ankles were highly unfortunate. They didn't show me at my best. They just didn't. And I was wondering as I was looking back at the footage while I was working out, I'm like, Michelle, what the fuck are you doing? You look so old. Like, what are you doing? And just as I was like in between sets, this obviously bodybuilder dude came up to me and he said, hey, do you compete? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh my goodness, I want to so badly. And I will, I know, but I haven't done it yet. And so we had this great conversation about lifestyle and whether we compete or not. It's going to be how we live, right? Then he told me that he could tell that I was a bodybuilder and competed because he said I looked fantastic. And I'm like, wow, you just I'm telling you this because this goes to show you that sometimes the thoughts in our brain, there's the thoughts in our brain. It doesn't make it true. Yes, I'm 53, okay? That doesn't mean that's what people automatically see when they see me, right? This guy was so nice and he was just talking and then we started talking and he's gonna compete maybe in the next few months, maybe in the next year, but his mother, who is 63, is actually gonna compete in the next year at her first fit model competition. And I'm hoping to run into them this weekend at a regional show in our city. Like, come on, right? Sometimes it's just when we start to feel like, should I, I don't know. Like, my coach is so uplifting and he's so positive with me. And when I had doubts a couple weeks ago, he's like, Michelle, good, right? And then again, the thoughts are in my head, thoughts are in my head, thoughts are in my head. And then today, you're fine. So hopefully you have a great gym culture where you go. And if not, I know you can do this. Whether it's your training for your lifestyle, it's just who you are, you enjoy this sport, because even if I didn't compete anymore, I love this sport. I love it. I love watching the highlights. I like watching like Bikini News Network. I like watching that, is it Behind the Stage or any, all those. I'm addicted to them. It's like, so you can't play football. Every dude pretty much still watches Super Bowl, right? It's kind of like that. Anyway, that's the end of my little video. I don't know when I'm gonna do another one. Probably just like take it along. Oh, do you know what else too? It was snowing again today. It's actually snowing right now. 2 days ago, I was walking around the lake in like a long sleeve t-shirt and my sun hat. Welcome to life in Saskatchewan. Anyway, lots of love, happy training, and I'll see you in the next one.